As far as the MS-13, I mean, what do you think that in terms of the occurrence of the violence, is it up or down? I mean, should people be more worried about MS-13 or less?
Well, MS-13's violence is never down. That is their stock in trade, which is violence. So they are the most ruthless gang that I'm aware of. We have seen some of the brutal, heinous activities they've done. They like to hack people up with machetes and watch them bleed out, dismember their bodies and disperse them throughout. So this is a heinous gang that everybody should be scared about them if they're in their community. That's why we have put so much effort and so much emphasis in ICE Homeland Security investigations to go after these transnational criminal organizations, both here domestically as well as internationally, working with our foreign partners and our foreign law enforcement, as well as our domestic partners.
So in April, the president announced he was working, advancing, putting more resources to fight Latin American criminals. Is this part of this MS-13, is that part of that initiative, the expansion of resources from April?
So we have, in ICE Homeland Security investigations, we have transnational criminal organizations, we have transnational criminal investigative units that we work with side by side. So local police agencies within those foreign countries, we work side by side. We share information, we share intelligence. We provide training for many of these countries down at the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center in Georgia, and we work closely. So in fact, when you start looking at what we do on the individuals that we deport, and you do on the civil immigration side, and we've deported more than 10,000 gang members over the last year and a half, more than 2,000 MS-13 members. A lot of them are wanted for crimes in their home country. So a lot of times when we make these arrests of these gang members for immigration violations, it's because they're wanted in their home countries, and there's an Interpol warrant out for them for homicide, for extortion, for rape, all sorts of heinous activities that they're involved in. So they're a ruthless criminal organization, and we're not going to stop until we completely dismantle them.
So Trump said earlier that COVID has caused a lot of these groups to have more sort of boldness or more aggression because they think that Americans are distracted by COVID. What's your read on that? Do you agree with that assessment?
I mean, I think if you look what MS-13 has done over their history here in this country and abroad, they are incredibly bold with regard to the criminal activities in which they engage in. What we've been able to do is, in this case that we're talking about right now, is take down some of the individuals that were vying to be the leaders of this organization in our country. So like taking the head off of a snake, right? We disrupt the organization by taking the leadership out. We also go after those individuals that are on the street committing those crimes, and victimizing individuals. So,
and to the point on the American people, what can your average citizen do in terms of preventing this type of violence or helping be vigilant against MS-13?
Again, the biggest thing is report information, right? So information is the lifeblood of law enforcement. So if they see criminal activity or they know individuals in their communities that are involved in this type of criminal activity, report it to the authorities. We work very closely with the local authorities as well. In this case, the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department was absolutely integral to helping us take down this organization. So share that information, get it to a police officer, call ICE's tip line, 1-866-DHS-2-ICE, and we will get that information and we'll get to where it needs to be. They are going to commit their atrocities regardless of what is going on around them in the world. Their goal is to take control of the streets and control their people and get their money. And regardless of what else is going on in the world, they're not going to stop doing that. That's why we're here, to stop them.